Kia ora from New Zealand. My name is Susanna of Soulgate, and I'm super excited to be guiding you through today's our first ever yoga journey. And I thought, what better way to start our journeys than in celebration of our uniqueness, of how special and individual each and every one of us really is. So please meet yourself right here, right now. Honor yourself the way you are in this very moment. And I really want to read you a quote from my master, which I think is really nice and really sums up what yoga is about. Yoga is not about the shape of your body, but the shape of your life. Yoga is not to be performed, yoga is to be lived. Yoga doesn't care about what you've been, it cares about a person that you are becoming. The purpose of yoga is to bring you back to yourself. And with this, let's begin our practice.
We will begin our practice in seated position. Bring both heels in towards your perineum. Ground through your sit bones. Allow your knees to soften down towards the ground. Lift the crown of your head. Elongate the spine. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs with palms facing down or up. And we move into a breathing technique called prakasha, or breath of light. Start by taking short sips of air in through the nose in 7 parts to create full inhalation. Then when you're ready to exhale, let the breath out in one long exhale. When you empty your lungs, begin taking 7 short breaths in through the nose again. When you get to the top of your breath, softly exhale out in one long part. Finding your own breath, finding your own rhythm. Prakasha in Sanskrit means inner light. It's a wonderful way to increase your inner light and to build your energy. It'll help you to strengthen the aura and calm any fiery energy. It's a beautiful meditative way to start any practice. Taking a few more rounds of breath of light here. Maybe with each exhale, visualizing how this light that you breathe out washes all over you, increasing your brightness and vibrations. You're shining your special self out to the world. Take one last round here. Empty your lungs and then return to a normal steady breath. Pause here in a silent observer, just noticing what you notice. What has this breath brought to you? Then start making your way into a tabletop position. Remove the props out of the way. Come onto all fours. Keep your arms nice and straight. Release your feet down onto the ground. Then as you inhale, lift the tailbone and the crown of your head up. With each exhale, round the spine, look at your belly button. And again, inhale, lift, arch your back. Exhale, round, look at your thighs, look at your belly button. flow with your breath. Deep inhales in, full exhales out. Inhale in, exhale out. Maybe finding any organic movement that feels good for you. Start moving laterally. Look at your right hip. Then move over to the other side. Look at your left hip. Maybe start making circles clockwise with your whole upper body. Go as far and as deep as it feels good for you. Then remember to move the opposite way, anti-clockwise. Always flowing with your breath. Always keeping balance in the body. From here we'll move into a child's pose, so bringing the big toes to touch, maybe knees together, maybe knees wide apart, and then fold your upper body down towards your mat. You're welcome to keep engagement in your fingertips, lifting the elbows up off the floor, keeping the forehead down on the ground, encouraging your hips closer down towards the heels. Feel the stretch in your back, in your spine. Then coming onto your elbows, bringing the knees together, move down onto your belly into a Sphinx pose. So keeping your palms facing down, come onto your forearms, press into your elbows. Lift the ears away from the shoulders. Keep the chin lifted. Inhale here, then exhale, lower your forehead down to the ground, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press into your hands and roll over your knees into a child's pose with toes tacked for a moment. Then press firmly into your hands, lift the knees up, downward facing dog, paddling the feet out, alternating the knees down towards the ground, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. Finding any organic movement in your feet, in your arms that feels good for you. Maybe dropping the heels towards the left-hand side and then over towards the right. And look at your hands and start walking your feet to meet your hands very slowly until you find yourself standing between your hands. Then inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold forward. Grab hold of your elbows. Allow your whole upper body to hang heavy. Generous bend into your knees. Breathe. Then switch your hands to the opposite elbows to keep the balance in the body always. Allow yourself to hang heavy before you release your hands down onto the ground into a half lift, hands on your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Then spread your feet wide and inhale. Start lifting yourself up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, head and neck come last. Find yourself in mountain pose. Ground into all four corners of your feet. Standing tall and proud, rooting into the ground. Then take an inhale here, lifting arms up and overhead, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Upward salute. Then moving into a back bend, tilting the head behind you and lifting the heart up to the ceiling, pushing the pelvis forward, keeping the legs nice and strong. Come back up to center. And then with the next exhalation, swan dive forward, hinge from your hips all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift here. Exhale and step the right foot behind you, lower the right knee down, foot flat on the ground. Lower the hips down further towards your mat. Allow your left knee to come over your left ankle. And then start coming into your low lunge with your arms spread out to the sides, wide. Bring the shoulder blades close together behind your back. Open your heart, shine your light out to the world. And breathe. Then inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Your palms are facing. Sink lower into that front left knee. Breathe. Inhale here. And then exhale as you bring your hands to frame the front foot. Tag the back toes in and move the knee further away from the body. Hanumanasana, half split pose. The foot is flexed. The knee can be slightly bent. Nice stretch to your hamstring. Then inhale here, come back to your low lunge and plant both hands to frame the front foot. Then step the left foot to meet the right at the back of your mat. Come into your plank pose, then lower the knees, chest, chin down onto the ground. Variation of Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping the tailbone lifting, keeping the chin on the ground. Find the strength in your back body to keep yourself in this position. Then untag the toes, bring the feet flat down onto the mat. Press into your hands and come into your cobra pose. You're using the strength of your back to keep you upright, to lift your upper body higher off the ground. With your next exhale, lower it down. Forehead comes onto the mat. Then press into your hands again. Inhale, lift a little bit higher this time. Half cobra pose. Your arms are at 90-degree angle. Exhale, lower it down. Forehead comes down onto the ground. Then pressing into your hands again. Maybe opening your hands wider. Lift yourself up to full cobra pose. It's okay to keep the slight bend in the elbows. Lift the gaze up. Inhale here. Exhale. Lower it down towards the ground. Plant your hands, tuck the toes in, roll over your knees into a child's pose, activate your arms, come onto your fingertips. Then plant the hands firm into your mat, downward facing dog. Maybe you feel the need to paddle out the feet and then lifting the right leg, stepping it between the hands to the front of the mat. Left foot, left knee on the ground. Low lunge here. Inhale, lift yourself up. Open the arms even wider than on the first side. Your shoulder blades kissing behind your back. Your heart is in full radiation. Then bring your arms up and over your body. Look at your hands. Your palms are facing each other. You're sinking lower into that front right knee. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame the foot and move into your half split pose here, flexing the right foot and folding your upper body over the extended front leg. Bending into that knee as much as you need to. Inhale, lift your upper body, tag the back toes in, lift the knee off the ground and step it to the front of the mat to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Allow your body to hang heavy. Bring your forehead to your shins. Then inhale, half lift. And start rising up to standing. Your arms come up and over your head. Then bring your hands to your heart. We'll move into another breathing technique here called blooming lotus. Staying with your hands in Namaste Mudra. Inhale and slowly reach your arms and hands above your head and slightly forward. Then with each exhale, lower your arms as if you're tracing a lotus flower with your hands. Return to Namaskar at your heart level and repeat. As you inhale, visualize that you are rising as a lotus flower. through mud and murky waters. And as you exhale, visualize that you are the expanding, blossoming lotus flower. Does not matter what happens, you will always bloom. Taking a few more rounds here, flowing with your own breath. Your last exhalation, bring your hands in front of your heart center and pause here for a moment, noticing what you notice. Then bring your hands down beside the body, mountain pose. Readjust the weight. Inhale, bring arms up and overhead. Moving into a back bend, tilting the head first, then shifting the hips forward. At the same time, lift the heart up. Breathe. Inhale, rise up to standing. Upward salute. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Bring your forehead to your shins. Inhale, half lift. Sink low into your knees. Bring the hips down. Reach the arms up. Chair pose. Keep breathing. Strong through your glutes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Step both legs behind you. High plank. Exhale, shift the weight forward. You're welcome to bend into the knees as you move through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, roll over the knees, tuck the toes in. Move into a child's pose before lifting the knees up into your downward facing dog. Paddling the feet out if you need to. Press strong into your both hands. Lift the right leg up behind you. Engagement through that leg. Then bend and stack the hips. Right comes up and over the left hip. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the leg. Then bend into that right leg again and start drawing the knee underneath the body. Step the right foot between the hands. Readjust. Inhale, rise up to high lunge. Sink lower into that front knee. Open your arms wide to the sides. Open your wings. Bring your shoulder blades close together. Your heart is lifting. Arms up and overhead, palms facing. Left leg is strong. Exhale, bring hands down to frame the front foot. Bring the left heel down onto the ground. The back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. Engagement through the arms. Imagine somebody's lifting you up towards the sky. Open up, warrior two. Look behind, check both arms are in one line. Breathe. Look towards your front middle finger. Then bring the right hand down on the inside of the right foot. Extended side angle. Gaze is lifted, chin is lifted. Then roll that left shoulder down. Bring the left hand down. Come to center. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands onto your hips. Rise up to standing. Adjust the feet here. Bring heels in. Toes out, sink low into the knees. Cactus through your arms, palms facing forward. Inhale, lift the right heel off the ground. Balance on your tippy toes. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring the left heel off the ground. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift both heels off the ground. Balance on the balls of your feet. Feel strength through the whole of your body. Exhale, lower the heels down. Beautiful goddess pose. Inhale, lengthen through your legs. Reach your arms up. And we move over to the other side, bending into the left leg, bringing both hands down to frame it. Readjust. When you're ready, inhale up. High lunge. Draw the right heel down towards the ground. Open your arms wide. Lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Inhale, arms coming over your head. Sink lower into that front left knee. Fold your hands forward. Bring the back right heel down on the ground. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Look behind you, check both arms are in one straight line. Palms facing down, fingertips are engaged. Coming into extended side angle on this side, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot, looking up towards your right extended arm. Your right leg is engaged, and roll that shoulder down back into wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, hands to hips, rise up to standing, back into goddess pose. This time we'll move into warrior breath one. Bend into knees, forearms in front of your face. 2-part inhale in through the nose, 2-part exhale out through the mouth. Keep going. Breathe with your strong breath. Inhale in 2 parts through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Strong breath. Warming, grounding, awakening. One more like this. Exhale it out. And strengthen through your legs. Receptivity pose. Breathe normally. Notice what you notice. How do you feel? Then look down at your right foot. We'll move back into our warrior two. Inhale here. Windmill your arms down onto the ground. Step the right foot behind you. Move into your plank pose. Exhale down through chaturanga into your upward facing dog. Look up. Press into your arms. Exhale, roll over your feet, downward facing dog. Plant into your hands. Lift the left leg up behind you. Open the hips, stack. And bring that leg back to center. Draw it underneath the body and step the left foot between the hands. Right foot to follow. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending into the knees. Inhale, scoop up to chair pose. Bring the hips low. Balance on your heels. Your weight is in your heels. Reaching the arms forward and up slightly. Then coming to standing, hands to heart. Grounding through all 4 corners of your feet. Mountain pose. We'll move into dancer pose here, so start shifting weight into your right foot as you lift your left foot into your left hand, reaching the right arm forward, charging your body forward, kicking that left foot into your left hand will help you to balance. Look up towards your hand, balance. Then with control, come back to center. Release that left foot down onto the ground and start moving your weight into the left foot. Bring the right foot into your right hand from the inside. Left arm up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, charge your body forward, kicking that back foot into your holding hand. Keep kicking, keep bending, and then come back to center. Right foot comes to meet the left. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands down onto the ground. And start toe heeling your feet out to the side of the mat. Heels in, toes out. Malasana, yogi squat. Nice hip opening here. Hands can fold into Namaste in front of the heart center. And when you're ready, release, come to sit down on your mat and extend legs in front of you, Dandasana staff pose. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, and then hinge from the hips, fold forward over your extended legs. Grab your feet from the outside and bend the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, rise up. And we move into a gentle spinal twist, bringing the left knee in towards the body, left foot to the outside of the right knee, right arm up and the right elbow on the outside of the left knee twist. Keep your spine elongated, breathe. See if you can twist a little more, then come back to center. Release that left leg down onto the ground, bend into the right leg. Right foot comes on the outside of that left knee, left arm up, and the left elbow presses against that right outer knee. Twist the opposite way. Keeping the spine tall. Unwind the spine, come back to center. You're welcome to shake the legs out. And then give yourself a hug, coming on tippy toes, lifting the heels off the ground, forehead resting on your knees. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly, with a little core engagement, start making your way down onto your back. All the way. Taking a moment here, maybe making small readjustments, reconnecting with your breath. And before we move to our final Shavasana, we'll continue with a bridge pose. So bring the heels in towards your hips. Your fingertips may touch your heels, then press into the palms of your hands and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your knees in line with your ankles. Lift your heels off the ground and then roll your spine, one vertebrae at a time, back onto the ground. Then lift the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug, rock from side to side. Massage your lower back. And bring your feet back down onto the ground. Extend your legs away from you. You have made it into a Shavasana, final pose of today's practice. Allow your feet to fall out wide. Allow your shins, your knees, your thighs, your whole legs to melt into the ground. Your arms either side of the body, resting, feeling the pull of the gravity, sinking into the ground. Your head and neck in neutral position. No muscle strength required to hold you in any position here. Breathe softly, gently, calmly. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana. However, if you are ready to get on with your day, start finding movement in your toes, in your fingers, in your wrists and in your ankles. Maybe bring your arms up and over your head and give yourself a nice long stretch. Then bend into your knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the ground and roll your knees from side to side. Slow, gentle movement here. It's a nice way to massage your buttocks. And when you're ready, roll over to one side of your body into a fetal position. Pause here for a moment, still with your eyes closed. Then press into your top hand, extend the top leg away from you. This will help you to come up to seated. Maybe find your prop. Sit your hips up on your block or a blanket. Fold the feet in towards the body. Finding comfortable seat here. And before we finish our practice, we'll move through prana apana breathing exercise. Place your arms straight on your knees, spine tall. Inhale, place your hands in prana mudra. Ring and pinky finger to the thumb. As you exhale, turn your hands facing down to earth, apana mudra. Middle and ring finger touching to thumb. Breathe slowly and mindfully, alternating between prana and apana mudras. This pranayama has got beautiful centering quality to it. It brings wholeness and peace to the body, to the nervous system. Anytime you need to feel calm, tranquil, practice this breathing exercise, prana apana. Take a few more rounds here, taking deep breaths in through the nose, taking full exhales out through the nose. One more round. And then return to your normal steady breath. Bring your hands to rest on your thighs. Softly blink your eyes open. We've come to the end of our practice. Bring your hands to Namaste mudra in front of your heart center. Maybe press your thumbs into your sternum, lower your head down. Bowing down in gratitude for the teachings, for the practice, for the time that you have given to yourself. Namaste.
I really hope that you have enjoyed our yoga journey together today. If you have any comments or any feedback, please remember to leave them below. I would love you to subscribe to the channel. There will be more yoga journeys and any yoga related stuff coming up soon. And before I go, I just want to remind you to be yourself. Go out into the world and sparkle your very own light. Namaste.